Hello everyone, good afternoon. The time is now 12:48 and we're going to take a brief dive into your forecast for those of us who missed it on KVUE News Midday. And also we're going to break it down in a little more detail here on KVUE Plus for those who are watching there. Thank you very much. You've already downloaded it on your Fire Stick, Apple TV and Roku, but also for those who are watching on KVUE.com. Thank you so much for joining us there and on Facebook and YouTube as well. So let's go ahead and let's get to the details of it. And let's start with yesterday. I mean, that daily heat record absolutely fell flat on its face. It was 97 back in 2022, but we got to 101 for a high yesterday at Camp Mabry. And by the way, we were forecasting even hotter temperatures, but we had high cloud cover that kind of limited a lot of that radiational heating, and that's what it allowed the temperatures to stay just barely into those triple digits. Here's a live look outside right now. This is the Sometimes Islands over Lake Travis. This is from our Oasis weather camera, and we really need to get that lake filled, folks. We need a tropical system, or at least rounds and rounds and rounds of rain that saturate the soil off to the west of Lake Travis in portions of Gillespie, Blanco, and Llano counties even, as well as an extra 3.5 inches on top of that to really make a difference for these lake levels. Now we're looking at mid to upper 80s right now. The airport and Camp Mabry checking in with that, and we've already got 97 in Llano. I think you guys are going to hit the triple digits out there in Llano, but other than that, we're looking at mid to upper 80s for most of us. We do have lower 90s in Mason. It is possible that you guys hit the triple digits as well. That northern hill country, Llano, Mason, those two areas are the biggest suspects for some of the hottest temperatures here in Central Texas because they have some of the driest air within the KVUE viewing area, and as we all know, drier air tends to heat up faster. A lot of that cloud cover from earlier this morning is starting to move on off to the north and east, and mostly clear skies are going to be left in its wake. Your allergy count has grass in the low. Ash and willow are also in the low. These other trees, this is actually sweet gum that is showing up on our allergy sensor. So a new allergen here in Central Texas. We don't really usually see sweet gum on our sensors, but mold is still high with alternaria being present, so definitely want to watch that very closely. We're expecting to get to the mid to upper 90s later on today. I don't think we get to the triple digits though. I'm only giving it about a 10% chance. I'm really doubting our prospects of 100 again because we're going to have a little more moisture in our atmosphere, and that moist air can't really heat as quick as dry air can. But as we take a look at Friday morning, we are looking at mid to upper 70s area wide. It's going to be warmer and also a bit on the muggier side as well. But then as we head through Friday evening, we're tracking maybe an isolated storm, especially in some of our northern counties. Now, our northern counties actually have seen some improvement in our drought situation as well as the coastal plains. And a lot of those areas did see improvement, and good news there. But then things get downright oppressive as we head into Saturday. Look at Saturday's humidity forecast. We're looking well into that tropical range, and we're going to stay in that tropical range all the way until Wednesday. Now, Tuesday evening into Wednesday, we do have a front that is going to come in and dry our air, but not necessarily cool our temperatures down. But when you add in that humidity with that heat, it could feel actually hotter than where we were over the past couple of days. Could have heat indices getting to around 106 Friday through Sunday. And as a result of that, we're getting pretty close to that danger zone as far as your heat index goes. And for the heat risk potential for today, we're mostly in the moderate, but then we'll mostly be in the major as we head into tomorrow. So please make sure you're drinking plenty of water, taking frequent shade breaks if you have to work outside for long periods of time. And please, please, please wear that loose fitting clothing. Now, storm chances. Storm chances are going to be on the up and up for a little bit on Friday. Maybe an isolated storm possible then. Saturday, maybe even as well if we get an area of low pressure moving a little bit further south. If it tracks a little further to the south, we have better storm chances, and we really could use all the rain we could get. Also, Sunday looks like maybe an isolated shower storm. I only have that as well as Monday pegged as a 10% chance though. Here is that latest drought monitor, and it does show portions of the coastal plains now in just abnormally dry conditions. So not officially in a drought, but still some moderate drought over portions of Bastrop and Fayette counties. Still have the exceptional drought very stubbornly over southern sections of the Hill Country, Gillespie and Blanco counties, southern Burnett, southern Llano as well, even far western sections of Travis County, including sections of Lake Travis. So again, like I said, we really need to get some good rain, especially in this basin in the case of Lake Travis, and off to the north of the KV viewing area in the case of Lake Buchanan, because definitely important that we get good rains and we get those lakes filled, because not just for recreational purposes, but most importantly, that's the water supply for the city of Austin as well as the surrounding metro areas. So very important that we can get some good rain, and also be sure to conserve your water. Make sure that you are limiting yourself to the 1 day a week that you're supposed to, because we're in stage 2 restrictions right now, and the LCRA could easily go to stage 3 based on the long-term summer forecast. We're at 20% for Friday and Saturday for your storm chances. Hopefully we get good rains from that. But by the time we get to Monday, that's going to be our hottest day of the next 7. I think that's our next good shot at triple digits. However, I'm really doubting it for today. Still a weather impact alert day because it's near the first triple digit days of the year and we want to play it safe. But again, I'm not really sold on triple digits for today. So let's see if you've got any questions for me. Doesn't look like y'all do, but right now y'all are looking mighty nice. The 12 of you joining us on Facebook, thank you so much. Hopefully we can get some good storm chances over this next week. But for now, what I'm going to do is start getting ready for the 4 o'clock show. We're going to have more details on the potential storm chances that could be coming for Friday and Saturday, as well as the heat, of course, and the humidity, of course, that could lead to some heat advisories. And another note I forgot to mention, if we get heat advisories for any period, there will be weather impact alert days on those days. That's going to be our criteria for weather impact alert days, is going to be a heat advisory, but also maybe even an excessive heat warning will trigger a weather impact alert day. So something to really think about as we go through the summer. If we have a heat advisory, but more importantly, if we have an extreme heat warning, we're going to issue a weather impact alert day for that so that you guys are prepared to make sure that you stay cool out in this heat, because it is definitely dangerous to not take those heat safety precautions. So with that, I'm meteorologist Jordan Darensberg. I want to take a moment and thank y'all so much for joining me this afternoon, and I will see